Eddie, I like your shoes.
Oh, thank you.
I wear those a lot too. Cool. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta walk every.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna do great.
Thank you.
She's the board member, the president in blue, the light blue is right over there,
Mhm.
Hong Kong.
Mhm.
She's the one who's gonna like start the meeting. They're gonna do like this meeting is call to order. And so it's once she says that it's time for the flag salute, that's when start that, okay?
Okay.
But I'll be here. Well. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Highlighted here, if we haven't heard that one.
I could use the one I have. Thank you. Okay. Ready?
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 6:30. Welcome to all of our students, families, staff, and community members. Thank you all for being here tonight. We're going to go ahead and start with item 3, general matters, 3.01, land acknowledgement and mission statement. I'll turn it over to our vice president to read the land acknowledgement.
Thank you. We acknowledge that the Franklin-McKinley School District and our schools are located in the Muwekma Ohlone Nation, the sovereign nation and original people of the skies, land, and waters where we learn and work. The Muwekma Ohlone people are the stewards of these lands and of the teaching and learning that comes from and responds to the needs of the land and the people who share it. May our daily lives and work, learning, teaching, and community engagement support the evolving vision of Muwekma Ohlone for their community and these lands.
And I'll go ahead and continue with the FMSD mission statement. The Franklin-McKinley School District will ensure all 8th grade student graduates have the skills and knowledge to be ready for a college preparatory curriculum in high school. They all will have the ability to pursue a program preparing them for university and/or careers and lifelong learning. We're going to go ahead and move on to item 3.02, the flag salute. At this time, it's my honor to welcome the Doll School Color Guard.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand and remove your hats for the presentation of the colors? Color Guard advance. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all. Prepare to post the colors. Post the colors. Color Guard dismiss. Thank you. Please be seated. My name is Camila Dominguez and I came here with my mom, dad, and my sister.
Hi, my name is Adriana Arellano, and I came here with my mom and my little brother. My name is Julieta Lopez. I came with my mom and my grandpa. My name is Dylan, and I came with my mom, dad, and my little sister.
Thank you to our Doll School students and staff for joining us tonight. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to item 3.03 or 3.04, proposed additions or changes to the agenda. Board members? If not, let's move on to item 3.05, report action taken in closed session.
The board unanimously approved the closed session minutes of January 13, 2026. The board also unanimously approved resolution 2026-05. In closed session, the board took action by a unanimous vote to release 2 temporary certificate employees from their employment at the end of the current 25-26 school year. The board also approved resolution 2026-06 in closed session action by the vote of a unanimous vote to release 1 probationary certificate employee from their employment at the end of the current 2025-26 school year. There is no other action to report.
Thank you, Superintendent. We are going to go ahead and move on to item 4, oral communications. Members of the public may address the board on any issue within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board or agenda items. Members of the public may also address the board on consent items before the board's consideration on items in accordance with the board bylaws 9323. Individual remarks will be limited to 3 minutes each unless otherwise stipulated. The board president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public comment depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to be heard. No action can be taken on any agenda item at this time. Questions may be referred to the administration or put on a future agenda item. We don't have any for oral communications. Moving on to item 5, information discussion and or action items. Starting with item 5.01, Resolution 2026-04, resolution of the Board of Education of Franklin-McKinley School District ordering an election and establishing specifications of the election order. This item is an action and discussion item. And this was submitted by Assistant Superintendent Vaughn.
Yes. I don't have a presentation for this item, but this is pretty straightforward. This is an opportunity for the board to pass resolution 2026-04, calling for election in June 2nd, 2026, which could potentially raise about $142 million for our school district for facility-related projects. This bond measure requires a 75-word summary. It's included in the resolution. Tonight, I'm sure the board members have already read through that. To pass the election requires the 55% or greater vote in support of the bond measure. And just as a reminder, the bond survey results that were presented to the board in the past showed that we had a 74.3% in favor of and supporting the bond before we even provided information to the voters. After we informed the voters, that percentage of support increased to 78%. So with that, I'll just turn it over to the board if you have any questions. Otherwise, you can take action.
Thank you, Assistant Superintendent Vaughn. Board, do you have any questions about this item? You don't have any public comment? Okay. Is there a motion to approve resolution 2026-04, calling the bond election for June 2nd, 2026?
Yes, I move to adopt resolution 2026-04, authorizing a bond election for June 2nd, 2026.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye. Abstain.
Okay, we have 4 ayes and 1 abstention. The motion passes. Resolution number 2026-04 is approved. Okay. We'll now move on to item 5.02, resolution number 2026-08. This is regarding the sale and issuance of general obligation refunding bonds. This is an action item, and this was also submitted by Assistant Superintendent Vaughn.
Thank you. Again, no presentation for this particular item. It's a pretty straightforward item. Again, this is an opportunity for us to have a win for our community and be good stewards of the money that has been entrusted to us by our community. We have an opportunity to refinance essentially the bonds that we have issued in the past and potentially save our community members $4 million in future tax levies. So I'm bringing forth this resolution 2026-08 for the board to be approved. If you have any questions, let me know.
Thank you. Do we have any questions about this item? No public comment? Okay. Is there a motion to adopt resolution number 2026-08?
Move to approve resolution number 2026-08, authorizing the sale and issuance of general obligation refunding bonds.
Second.
All right, we have a first and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the motion passes. Okay, we'll move on to item 5.03, the ACE Esperanza Middle School Charter Renewal. This is an action, discussion, and information item. And I'll turn it over to Dr. Trujillo.
Good evening, board. We are here to discuss the ACE Esperanza Middle School petition and its timeline. This would be for vote for tonight. What will happen is that we will set a timer for the amount of time it took me to give my presentation, and then we'll give that same amount of time to our charter as well. And I forgot my phone. Let me get. So as we discussed previously with other charter petition renewals, each charter petition reviewed is separate and it's unique in its nature. The board's review should mirror the staff's approach, meaning that we're evaluating based on the statutory criteria, and that public comment related to this petition should not influence assessment of other petitions as well. We also don't choose between petitions. All petitions that meet statutory criteria must be granted. There's also a timeline, which we will review in depth a little bit in our next slide, but we have been adhering to those timelines that we are also held accountable to. So much so that our district met with the charter school on May of last year to make sure that in case there were any questions that they had with this process, that we would be able to support them along the way. And so then what you'll see throughout this timeline is, the continuous meetings and the other opportunities that we've had to make sure that we were meeting the statutory criteria. As I indicated in terms of the requirements and timelines, there's also the fact that the charter school shall need to provide a comprehensive report on how the charter school has met all the new charter school requirements from its last time that it was renewed. So as an attachment that you see within this board item, you'll notice that they do have their petition with the red line version so that you see all the modifications that they have also made. We not only look at the comprehensiveness of that charter petition, that also includes district staff to review schools' academics, their finances, operation, and evaluating the likelihood of future success. So I want to really thank the district team for their support as we really looked through the entire petition. The only way that the school board would be able to deny the petition is if there's any written findings from the board with the evidence that shows that that the charter school did not meet any statutory requirements. So along with that, what we look, we've also looked, as I mentioned, that we do this comprehensive evaluation or review. We looked at comparative data for grades 5 through 8. And we also take into account where CDE has designated the charter school. And so in this case, ACE Esperanza has been classified as middle performing as part of the CDE definition. And for middle performing charters, the charter shall consider clear and convincing evidence that they have met all achievable measures that show an increase in academic achievement as defined as 1 year's progress. And again, the only way we can deny renewals in case that we didn't see those sufficient progress towards the standards, that this is in the best interest of pupils, or that the decision provided greater weight to performance of measurements of academic performance. So as I indicated, we look at the CAST results, and within these CAST results, you'll notice we look at the comparison not only from the last renewal, but also the year to year. And what we did notice is that there has been some improvement from the last renewal to now for ELA CAST scores. What we'll also like to notice is that there was also a decline in, there was an increase, my apologies, from the 23-24 school year, indicating that there is progress being met with ELA achievement. Similarly to math, you'll see that there was also a decline, but what I'd like to note that the difference between the 2018 and 19 school year versus the 24-25 was that they actually significantly declined. But what I'd like to also address is that year over year, from the 21-22 school year to 24-25, there's been significant gains within the results of the charter. So as we mentioned, we not only look at the CAST results, the petition has a comprehensive description of the 15 following areas that we can attest to. We have seen that. And we shall not deny absent a written. So if there is anything that is not in writing, that we shall not deny the petition. So that is another statement here made as part of Ed Code. We also, as you know, we conduct formal walkthroughs and interview the community, meaning the families, the students, and the staff. Through our classroom walks, we did identify that there's been improvement based on feedback given prior years. So we do appreciate the collaboration within the staff at ACE Esperanza. The parents at the charter school also believe they have someone they can go to at all times, which we know that that's very beneficial for our families. Students feel very safe, because their teachers are calm. That is a quote. So I just want to, again, attest and appreciate the teachers for what they do at that charter school. And when we were interviewing teachers, they did talk about authentic collaboration taking place and appreciated how the administrator built collaborative environments within their staff. And so with that said, tonight, you'll have the option to either approve, as option 1 says, or deny the charter this evening. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and take it, give the floor to Mr. Kennedy Hilario, who will be able to share Ace Esperanza's statement.
So good evening, Madam President Huang, board members, Superintendent Cruz, and cabinet, and the Franklin-McKinley community. Thank you for the opportunity to speak here to you tonight. My name is Kennedy Hilario. I am the CEO for ACE Charter Schools. And we are here on behalf of ACE Esperanza Middle School. And more importantly, on behalf of students who have struggled to feel successful, confident, and connected in traditional school settings. Many of our parents, staff, and board members are here tonight. So if you're from ACE Esperanza, please raise your hand. Thank you for the support. Tonight is about, again, ensuring that our students continue to have a school that works for them and a partnership that works for Franklin-McKinley. As I said before, and I'll continue saying, we want to be a good and valued partner to the Franklin-McKinley School District. This presentation is intentionally structured to mirror the Franklin-McKinley staff report. Each slide identifies the district finding or theme on the left and ACE Esperanza response on the right. Our goal tonight is to be clear, to be direct, and aligned with the issues raised during the renewal review. The staff report confirms that ACE Esperanza serves a high-need student population and remains aligned to its original charter purpose. That alignment is intentional. We exist to serve students who have struggled in traditional settings, particularly students from underserved Hispanic, Vietnamese, and other minority communities. Our commitment is to continue leveraging strong relationships as a foundation while ensuring that they drive academic improvement. We agree with the district's assessment that overall achievement remains below state benchmarks. At the same time, the report confirms measurable student growth. And growth matters, but it's not enough. Our response focuses on acceleration, strengthening Tier 1 instruction, expanding targeted math supports, and using data more consistently to guide instructional decisions across every classroom. The district identifies strong English learner progress alongside outcomes for certain subgroups, including students with disabilities. Our response is to tighten alignment between core instruction and interventions, expand language integrated strategies, and strengthen progress monitoring so that high-need students receive timely and targeted support. Chronic absenteeism and enrollment stability are areas the report identifies for continued attention. Our response centers on earlier identification of disengagement, family-centered attendance systems, and stronger outreach and follow-up practices designed to keep students connected to schools. The report notes that ACE Esperanza is fully staffed and identifies credentialing as an area for growth. Our response focuses on recruiting and retaining credentialed teachers, supporting current staff, and developing a sustainable credentialing pipeline to improve instructional consistency over time. Financial and operational stability are clear strengths. All audit findings have been resolved. I see Mr. Jason Van over there, very happy with us. And we have strong reserves and systems are in place. Our commitment is to maintain this stability while strategically investing resources in instruction, in staffing, and in student support. Looking ahead, ACE Esperanza is classified as a middle performing charter with a presumption of renewal. The staff report provides clear priorities and we accept that direction. Our commitment moving forward is to accelerate academic outcomes, strengthen instructional consistency, and continue our partnership with the Franklin-McKinley School District. And this is my last slide. Based on the findings in the staff report and our commitments moving forward, we respectfully request that the Franklin-McKinley School District Board of Trustees renew the ACE Esperanza Middle School Charter for an additional 5-year term. And we thank the district for its continued partnership, its oversight, and its trust. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Trujillo, and thank you, Mr. Hilario, for your presentation. Or do we have any questions? Nope. We're going to go ahead and start with public comment. Our first person is Jacinta Lopez, an ACE parent for item 5.03.
Mom is going to speak in Spanish and the son is going to translate in English.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Jacinta López, soy la vicepresidenta del grupo de Padres Líderes. También soy mamá de Andy Maraver, quien es estudiante de ACE Esperanza en el grado 6. En primer lugar, le doy las gracias en nombre del grupo de Padres Líderes por haberse tomado un poco de su tiempo y habernos visitado en nuestra escuela. Aprendimos algo de cada quien. Muchas gracias. Hay mucho que quisiera contarles sobre mi persona, pero debido al tiempo hoy solo puedo compartirles que mi hijo me platica todos los días que él se siente muy apoyado por su escuela y sus maestros, y eso me indica que la escuela está haciendo las cosas bien. También quiero compartir que yo me siento bien involucrada, que no me he perdido ninguna reunión desde que comenzó el año escolar, y eso es que es mi primer año en ACE. Debido a eso, los padres y la administración también han visto en mí el interés de involucramiento que ellos me eligieron como su vicepresidenta de PLT. Esto para mí me da un sentimiento de importancia donde no solo mi hijo se siente incluido y bienvenido, sino yo también. Algo que he aprendido y me ha gustado bastante durante mi poco tiempo en ACE es que incluyen a los padres tanto para una medida de seguridad como para planear ejecutar algún evento. Todos estos temas son tratados en el PLT primero y después en las diferentes reuniones con todos los padres de familia, y eso crea una comunidad más segura y fuerte. Muchísimas gracias por su atención. Esperamos contar con su voto esta noche y seguir colaborando para que nuestra escuela siga funcionando como hasta hoy y dando esperanza como su nombre lo dice. Muchas gracias y buenas noches.
Good evening. I'm gonna be translating my mom's speech in English. Good evening. My name is Jacinta Lopez. I am the vice president of the parent leadership team, and I'm also the mother of Andy Maraver, who is a sixth grader student at ACE Esperanza. First of all, on behalf of the parent leadership team, I would like to thank you for taking the time to visit our school. We learned something from each of you. Thank you very much. There is so much I would like to tell you about myself, but due to time constraints, I can only share that my son tells me every day that he feels very supported by his school and his teachers. And that tells me that the school is doing things right. I also want to share that I feel very involved. I haven't missed a single meeting since the school year started, and this is my first year at ACE. Because of this, the parents and the administration have seen my interest in being involved, and they elected me as their vice president of the parent leadership team. This gives me a feeling of importance where not only my son feels included and welcome, but I do too. Something I have learned and really appreciated during my short time at ACE is that they include parents in everything from safety measures to planning and executing events. All these topics are first in the parent leadership team meetings and then in the different meetings with all the parents. And this creates a safer and stronger community. Thank you very much for your attention. We hope to count on your vote tonight and continue collaborating so that our school continues to function as it is until now. Giving hope as the name suggests. Thank you very much and good night.
Thank you for your comment. Our next speaker is Esmeralda Castillo, an ACE alumni and staff.
Good evening. My name is Esmeralda Castillo. Today, I wanted to take a moment to share what this school truly means to me. In 2014, when ACE Esperanza first opened, I started here alongside my older sister. But in the very beginning, we were surrounded by support. The school quickly became more than just a place to learn. It became our second home. We didn't just come here for academics, we came because we wanted to be here. The environment was welcoming, warm, and full of care. The teachers truly believed in us, and I still stay in contact with many of them today. That alone shows the lasting impact they had on my life. ACE Esperanza helped me believe in myself. It pushed me to finish school and to continue to college. This school represents respect, pride, and ganas, the motivation to keep going even when things feel hard. This school is also deeply special to my family because of my younger brother, who is on the autism spectrum. Before ACE Esperanza, he couldn't read a single sentence and wasn't making any academic progress. As a family, we were truly worried. When he came to ACE Esperanza, everything changed. He moved into a full inclusion setting, and even though he was very behind academically, especially in reading, his teachers showed patience, dedication, and genuine care. Thank you to all the teachers who never gave up on him. Today, my brother can read, and seeing that growth means everything to my family. It showed me that this school believes in every child and never gives up on them. Now, years later, I am proud to be back as an alumni working here as a paraprofessional. Supporting students, building relationships, and reminding them that they matter has been one of the most meaningful parts of my journey. Many of our students face challenges, but they also bring incredible strength and resilience. I see myself in them. I try to be the support they need, just like I once had here. Now I am continuing my education and become a teacher, inspired by the educators who believed in me when I was a student. I learned that school is more than just academics. It's about students feeling seen, supported, and safe. ACE Esperanza helped me shape who I am today, and I am incredibly proud to give back to the students who walk these halls every single day. Tonight, I ask for your vote to make sure ACE Esperanza stays open for families like mine. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Castillo. Our next speaker is Jesus Rodriguez, an ACE student.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jesus Rodriguez. I am a sixth grader here at ACE Esperanza Middle School. Esperanza is special to me because the teachers are super nice and always ready to help us. If I ever need extra help, there's always tutoring after school. And the teachers really take the time to explain things until I understand. That makes me feel supported and confident as a student. I would also like to give a special shout out to Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith is always so nice to everyone, and you can tell that he really cares about his students. Even on days when I can tell he isn't feeling well or might be sick, he still shows up to campus ready to help and give us his best. That really means a lot to me and shows how dedicated he is. Because of teachers like Mr. Smith and all the other amazing staff, Esperanza feels like a safe and welcoming place. I am proud to be an Ace Esperanza Panther. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Jesus. Our next speaker is Miss Bailon.
Good afternoon, dear Franklin-McKinley District. My name is Mary Stovey, an 8th grader, and today I'm representing my middle school, which is Ace Esperanza. I'm going to be sharing why I believe Ace Esperanza should remain open. Ace Esperanza is a great middle school. It has helped me grow as a person emotionally and academically. Ace Esperanza has built an incredible community. Their staff go above and beyond for their students' education and for their safety. Ace Esperanza has helped me grow with their unconditional support they have given me in all my years in this amazing school. Ace Esperanza should have the opportunity to remain open so other new students have the chance and share this incredible experience that this school offers. One of the many things that I really cherish about being in this school is the way on how your education is being taken seriously. And we students learn stuff that we are actually going to use in the future. The teachers in this school are always willing to help out and give us the opportunity to come after school to improve your grades with their office hours that they offer us students. Us students can see how the teachers want the best for us and how they're really attentive and invested in our education and are always there for us when needed without any hesitation. The teachers make learning fun, which leads for us students feeling happy about learning and coming to school every day. This is on why I feel my community needs a school like Ace Esperanza. I hope I could get your yes. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you, and thank you for everyone who provided public comment. I'll bring this back to the board for discussion.
Yes, I just want to bring a couple things to mind that I saw. I appreciate what we're on slide, the attendance and enrollment stability. I appreciate the chronic absenteeism remains elevated, and that's across the board for mostly all of our schools. But I appreciate your response to that, and that you're going to identify early disengaged students and try to nip it in the bud, try to take care of it right away. So I appreciate that approach that you're taking, and also to strengthen the family outreach and to follow up because as we know, attendance is paramount, but also how you're going to solve that problem. It sounds like you're doing the right things to reach into the family and also to look early to find out where the problems are, potential problems are to address those things. So I appreciate that. And then on staffing and credentialing, I have a question. I don't know who can answer. I see on the district finding and issue, it says the percentage of clear credentialed teachers is below district average. What is the district average for credentialing? How do we measure that? And do we measure all of our charter schools using that criteria?
So yes, we note every time we look at the charters in regards to how many of their teachers have clear credentials. They're certified by CTC to be in the classroom, but there's a distinction between whether they have a PIP or a STIP or a clear credential. And so that's noted when knowing that the district doesn't have 100%, but we do have a larger percent. I don't know off the bat, maybe.
Yeah, the district on an average regarding a preliminary dual clear credentials is well over 80%. So we do have our share of, on a STIP or on preliminary credentials mostly though. We only have, I think, one STIP this year. So predominantly our teachers are either on a preliminary credential or a clear credential. So we're over 80% on a clear credential.
Okay, I believe I knew that already, but I just want to hear that. And also, so what you're saying is we measure other schools by compared to us. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, by our standards. And when we go out to visits, one of the things we do is we do take a look at the credential list. Each charter school monthly has to turn in a credential list. And what I do is I review it and just look for, any questions that I may have, and then I meet with their team.
Right. And the last comment is more of a just comment, something I noticed that I have seen in both the ELA and the math scores growth in the last 3 to 4 years. So I'm impressed with that as well. So keep up the good work.
Thank you, Trustee
The
Cooper.
teachers over there.
Just want to say thank you to all the staff, students who are here, administration who are here this evening. And I was honored, privileged to visit the school last Wednesday and spent about an hour there with the staff and asked a few questions, some dealing with special education in terms of what types of programs they had for the kids over there. I also had a question in terms of the English learners and how those students were being addressed at the school. So I got very satisfactory answers to my questions. So it was a very nice visit. I got to see the outlay of the school, which was really nice to see. A lot of improvements have been made throughout the years, and I hadn't been there for many years, so it was really nice to see what had taken place there. But I want to commend you for running a nice school, and I'm definitely going to support you this evening. And I just want to mention that I really like your T-shirts there. How much do you sell those for? They're very nice. But again, keep up the great work. And I know we see each other every 5 years. This is what, the third time we've seen each other? Yeah, third time. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, keep up the good work. All right. Thank you very much again for your presence this evening.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the presentation. I know a few weeks ago, Esperanza had hosted President Hong and myself, and so thank you for that. We got to speak with Mr. Hilario, Principal Noriega, Jacinta, Cecilia. A lot of parent leaders were there. We got to speak to their students as well. And one thing you can tell with the students is that they felt safe there. They love the school. There's that strong sense of community there. And when you have that as a foundation, that's where learning can happen. And so great job to the staff. I think it's a testament to the staff, the administration there overall. And so it was really great to hear from the students and their testimonies. I think the ELA scores and the math scores from the past year are a testament to that as well, because there's growth in both areas. I know it's not where we want to be yet, but we all are striving to get there. And so I really hope to see that, continue for the next couple of years. I was also able to ask some questions about the future goals that the school has, as well as teacher credentialing. But overall, keep up the great work and keep on striving. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I'd like to thank for the presentation, and I especially like to thank our staff for the really nice report, comprehensive, and included all the data that we needed to make a fair evaluation of the charter renewal. One thing I wanted to mention about the, I don't have any questions. I just want to mention about the credentialing question that was asked earlier. It's really unfair to compare a charter school with only 8.9 FTE teachers to a traditional public school district like ours with 366.4 FTE, because the percentages are going to be, they're just not going to be fair to compare. However, it is good to compare it with other charter schools in our district. And I think, Dr. Trujillo, you could, if you happen to know off the top of your head, I think ACE compared to other charter schools in our district is actually higher percentage in FTE, clear credentialed teachers. So do you happen to know that?
don't have the numbers at the top of my head, but you are correct.
Yeah, because that's one of my areas that I'm very concerned about with our students, that they're taught by fully credentialed teachers. So I appreciate what Esperanza is doing to work as hard as they can to have everyone who's qualified to be in the classroom. So that's great. I also want to mention and remind to the rest of our board, especially the newer ones that weren't here when we approved the charter for ACE Esperanza. The reason why ACE Esperanza was brought to our district was to serve our most underserved and needy students. And that has remained their recruitment strategy since they established the school. So the fact that their achievement scores are going to even be below our district average is understandable. And we need to understand that when we're making any decisions regarding renewing the petition for a school that we actually selected to come here and help our neediest students. I think that this is a perfect example where a charter school fits into the public school system, into our niche, because they are recruiting those students who are struggling at our traditional schools and placing them in classrooms that are mostly smaller size than our other schools. So I'd like our school board to remember that as we renew the charter petition renewals for years to come. And I'm very proud that that in terms of with ACE Esperanza, you guys have done a great job, and I will support the renewal.
Thank you for everybody for their comments, and I really appreciate the time and care that went into the review process from Dr. Trio and our staff, and then also the staff at ACE Esperanza. I felt very welcome when Vice President Sanchez and I came to visit. I really enjoyed listening to everyone that was present and their stories, and just the welcoming space and the care that was brought into everything. I also appreciated the follow-up. I asked some follow-up questions and received them in a timely manner, and that gave me a little bit more information about all the things that ACE Esperanza is doing. I also appreciated the presentation that you gave tonight. You had responses to our report and the ongoing next steps of what you're going to continue doing in order to serve our students in our community. That's all the comments, and I think I want to echo a lot of what my board colleagues have also mentioned earlier. But if there are no other comments, board members, is there a motion regarding resolution number 2026-07 for the renewal of ACE Esperanza Middle School Charter for the term of July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2031?
Yes, I move to adopt resolution 2026-7 regarding the request to renew the charter of ACE Esperanza Middle School.
Second.
All right, we have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And the motion passes. Congratulations.
Now it's time for you to have a nice party.
Free teachers for everyone.
Thank you, and we're gonna move on to the next item.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Um. You don't have to stay if you don't want to for the rest of our meeting. Okay, I think that's the end of item 5. We'll move on to item 6. Yeah.
We're gone, my t-shirts. That's a whole audience.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to item 6, the consent items under $25,000. Are there any items you'd like to pull for discussion? If none, may I have a motion to approve the consent items?
Move to approve consent item 6.01 through 6.03.
Second.
All right, we have a first and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the consent agenda is approved. We'll move to item 7, the consent items over $25,000. Are there any items you'd like to pull for discussion? If none, do we have a motion?
Move to approve consent items 7.01 to 7.06.
Second.
All right, we have a first and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the motion passes. We're gonna go ahead and move on to action items. Item 8.01, the January 2027 open session minutes. Board members, go ahead and take a moment to look at the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the open session minutes?
Yeah,
move to-
oh, go ahead.
Do you have a comment? Go
I was
ahead.
going to move for approval. I'd like to move for approval of item 8.01 of January 27th, 2026 open session minutes. Second.
Okay, we have a first and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the motion carries. Item 8.02, personnel report.
Yes, thank you, Board President. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the personnel report as is.
Thank you. Dr. Clyden, is there a motion to approve the personnel report
Not
Right.
from the board.
from the board?
I move that we approve the personnel report.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the motion passes. Moving on to item 8.03, 2026 ballot for CSBA Delegate Assembly.
Yes, so we have, you have the option of nominating up to 4 candidates for the vacant seats. The ballot indicates that 2 that are incumbent. We also included, and you got emails in regards to the request to consider a write-in that was nominated by their board, but was not properly submitted, and they wanted you to consider that as a possible write-in. So you have the option of selecting or nominating up to 4 individuals.
Thank you, Superintendent. We have I'll open it up for discussion.
Well, I'd like to say real briefly that all the individuals here are very much worthy of being chosen to be on the delegate assembly. They all have vast experience with their school board, and some of them, of course, with the delegate assembly already. And so, again, it's a difficult choice because you can only choose 4, but all these individuals are very worthy of that particular honor.
Go ahead.
Actually, I was going to ask Board Member George Sanchez to give us his comments regarding the incumbents, and he said they're all worthy. So,
oh, good.
So no comment.
Are there any other comments?
Can I just mention one other thing?
Yes, go ahead.
If we take a look at the list of names, Jody Muirhead from Santa Clara has always been a very strong delegate, very well spoken. Also Jessica Spicer from Santa Clara Unified, and of course William Derrick from Mount Pleasant, also in our area, here, very very close to us. And then the other ones I would let you go ahead and choose, or you can choose whomever you want. Those are the 3 I mentioned that I thought we can move forward.
So is it possible we could just vote for the incumbents and just not select a 4th?
Are there 3 incumbents?
Yes.
Yes, I made a mistake. There is 3.
We don't have to vote for 4. We could just vote for 3, right? The incumbents.
We could.
Not saying we will, but
can you remind me who are the three incumbents? I see the two on the sheet, which is Isabel and Jessica.
And Jody.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Again, I say we vote for the three incumbents and then also Derek.
Yeah, I was
Also,
gonna say the same.
Yeah, I would support that.
I think it would be good.
So why don't you move to do that?
Okay, all right. Okay, so I move forward and then we go ahead and select the four individuals, which would be Isabel Plamerick from Sunnyvale, and then Jody Muirhead from Santa Clara, Jessica Spicer from Santa Clara, and also William Derrick here from our area, from Mount Pleasant. Those are the four. that would
Second.
move forward.
Okay, we have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Abstain.
We have 4 ayes and 1 abstention. The motion carries. Okay. Moving on to action item 8.04, resolution number 2026-09, recognizing Women's History Month. This resolution was submitted by Superintendent Cruz. Would you like to speak to the item?
Yes, just again, this is resolution bringing forward to recognize Women's History Month, recognizing the contributions of the women and all the accomplishments and the support that have made this nation strong, and again, making sure that our students and our staff take the time through their curriculum and highlight the contributions of women.
Thank you. I'll open this item up to the board for comments.
I just want to echo those comments of the superintendent. And as we look back at all the contributions that, of course, women have made in the history of this country, that's what has made our country very much what it is today. And it's unfortunate that women didn't get the right to vote until the 1900s, but they finally did. And they've really spoken their piece in terms of what they want for our country. So I very much support this resolution.
Thank you. Other comments? I also appreciate this resolution for recognizing the historic and ongoing contributions of women. And I also appreciate the calling of the district to highlight Women's History Month through programming and activities. But is there a motion to adopt resolution number 2026-09, recognizing Women's History Month?
Move to adopt resolution 2026-09, recognizing Women's History Month.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. And that's it for item 8. We're going to go ahead and move on to item 9, communications from the superintendent.
Yes, thank you. I had the pleasure of attending the council conference this past week. Just inspired from by some of the keynotes there. One of them being the former U.S. Secretary of Education, Miguel Ángel Cardona. Just his story and the work that he's was engaged prior and during and after serving in the federal government. Just one of those days where you fill your cup and you remember why we do what we do day in, day out, and supporting the students that we serve. So just came back full of energy to continue the work here. So also wanted to congratulate the Sylvandale and Bridges boys basketball teams that made it into the playoffs, even though I didn't get a chance to go see them, but I know our board members were present and cheering them on. So congratulations to them and making sure that Franklin-McKinley schools are represented in sports as well. Also, want to thank the staff that this weekend came in to support the enrollment fair, the job fair. So we had this Saturday both an enrollment and job fair here at the district office, to provide our parents an opportunity to come and enroll their children on a Saturday when it would be more convenient to them. But also a call to our community to come in and be part of the FMSD family and starting to, process them and even if it's just at a sub level first, and then looking at opportunities for them to fill the ranks of the FMSD family here. So thanks to the staff, coming in on a Saturday and making this happen. Also, had the opportunity to go to the Vietnamese American Service Center, just a few blocks from here, and their annual Lunar New Year celebration. And just want to wish all those that celebrate Lunar New Year, the Year of the Horse, this Tuesday, February 7th, a happy celebration of Lunar New Year. That's it.
Thank you, Superintendent Cruz. Moving on to the next item, we'll start with communications to my right today from the board. We're going to start with Trustee Cooper.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I was able to attend the Bridges 7th and 8th grade game on playoff game on February 3rd. It was awesome to see all of the basketball team, but also the parents out in the stands. I remember the 7th graders, they won that game. That was awesome. 8th graders did not win, although it was a tight and hard fought game. So it was really good to see our kids out there enjoying the sport and the parents out there to support them. Then the following Thursday on February 5th, I went to the championship game, and that was awesome to see Sylvandale versus Davis. And both our 7th and our 8th graders boys basketball team did an outstanding job, and the stands were packed. A lot of signs. It was awesome, and the excitement that was there. However, we finished second. We got second place trophies in both our 7th and 8th grade. But I don't want the students to hang their head low on that, because they performed so well, and we are so proud of what you did do. And to finish in second place in the whole league was awesome. So we're proud of you. And then this last Saturday, I was able to go to the Lunar New Year from 10 to 1, maybe a little after 1. That was awesome to see the Lunar New Year's being celebrated. And it was good to see celebrities, people, dignitaries from all over our county that were there. So I'm excited about, I've asked Connie, I believe, if we can have a board tour of their facilities to see all the different things that they offer there to our community.
A couple of things real quick. I went to the Lunar New Year celebration, and that was really, really nice. Great performances, great speeches. It was nice to see Zoe Lofgren there and seen her for a while. But she definitely gave a powerful speech that morning. The other thing, this past Friday, I went to Salinas because I had a celebration for a brother who was very involved, was a board member also, very involved with the school district and other things in Salinas. Very smart. Graduated #1 in his class at UC Davis. Very sharp. Anyway, brought about many, many changes to Salinas, especially the political system that's in place now is very much goes back to what he did when he was alive. He unfortunately passed at the age of 42, still being on the board. So they named a school after him, Jesse G. Sanchez Elementary School. And so they invite family members. So we'll go out and be there, and they have an assembly for him, and they sing happy birthday and all that. It was really, really very, very nice. It's a school of about almost 700 kids. That's good, pretty good sized school. Anyway, but that's what I did this past Friday, and that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move down this side.
All right. So since our last board meeting, I had the pleasure again to attend the Latino literacy graduation at Hellier School, and always their food is great. So I could stay the whole time because I had somewhere else to go right after, but they gave me a nice to-go plate. So, and then I immediately drove to the county building where they had a school leaders rally, and it was nice to attend that regarding immigration and our concern about the ICE activity at schools. So it was nice to hear from other school boards talk about how we're all unified in in fighting the aggressiveness of ICE trying to get on our school sites. Then I went to let's see here, what did I do next? Oh, had the pleasure of going to the basketball games for Bridges and Silverdale, and watched our nationally ranked 7th and 8th grade Silverdale teams, or maybe they're not nationally ranked, but they're pretty high up there, compete in the playoffs. And the fact they made it that far is an achievement. Also participate in the IPEN school leaders check-in, which was a pre-Super Bowl check-in. We were just wanting to make sure, because we were concerned about ICE being in the area, on how we were going to be unified in terms of dealing with that in case they tried again to get on our school campuses without legal authority. Then I attended the Shirakawa, the Family Resource Center, the Lunar New Year event at Shirakawa, and well-planned event, great turnout. And then also had the pleasure of attending the Vietnamese American Service Center Lunar New Year celebration. And after that, went to the enrollment fair and the job fair. And congratulations to Dr. Clyden for a well-orchestrated event where I think we had over 50 applicants interviewed that morning. So for the amount of time that it was happening, both the enrollment and the job fair, our district office was very active on a Saturday. And that's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Last Tuesday and Thursday, I got to see the 7th and 8th grade Silverdale basketball games. Again, congratulations to those teams. I think one great thing is not only did they have really great seasons, but they showed a lot of sportsmanship when they played, not only with each other, but with other, with their opponents. So they're helping them up and, shaking hands at the end. And so that's part of playing sports, right? And learning how to be on a team and learning how to work with others as well. So that was really great to see. I also got to attend an IPEN workshop last Wednesday, where they went over a lot of the legal resources that were available still, and went over immigration policy updates in California. So that was really helpful to get those updates, as we know it's a always changing climate with that. I had planned on going to a lot of Lunar New Year events this weekend, but I ended up getting sick on Friday, as you guys could probably still hear, and so I'm just getting over that now. Sorry. But I'm looking forward to the ones that we have coming up this week. So that's my report.
All right, I guess it's my turn. Over the past 2 weeks, I've had a chance to engage in different activities in our area. I met with I had an opportunity to be a part of the Hoffman review team this year for the applicants, and it was really inspiring reading all the applications and learning from the different things that all the amazing things that the different school districts in our county are working on. I also had a chance to connect with different educational leaders across the South Bay at a community dinner to honor sort of our collective impact that we've made in the area. I attended a South Bay Labor and Working Partnerships briefing on technology and AI. And then later also went to the press conference co-sponsored by Supervisor Margaret Abekoga, IPEN, and then Working Partnerships. I think the conversations around emerging technologies and supporting our immigrant communities directly really relate to what our families are experiencing right now. As daughters of refugees, I think it was a moment that was especially meaningful to me. I also had a chance to see our boys play at the basketball games. I had a chance to participate in the CSBA President's Workshop, where I learned a lot about my role and how to work together as a board. And I learned from a lot of experienced board presidents. I had a chance to attend the IPEN school leaders meeting pre-Super Bowl, and it was great hearing from Superintendent Cruz and others in our area about what they're seeing and hearing across our communities. And I think it's a great space to be a part of, to keep ourselves informed and responsive to our community needs. I also attended several Lunar New Year celebrations, including the event at Shirakawa, the Vietnamese Heritage Garden, the Family Resource Center here at Shirakawa, the Vietnamese American Service Center, and then the Vietnamese Cultural Center, all in our area. And it was really wonderful to see students from both Franklin-McKinley and Eastside in these spaces. And it was really great to see that some of our students at Franklin-McKinley, I think 2 of our students from Franklin-McKinley won the Bami and art contest. Fortunately, I wasn't able to see their artwork. I was looking around fast, but I couldn't see it, but would love to see the artwork if we have access to that. There's also 2 Andrew Hill students also won. So I think it was really great to see us involved. And I also had a chance to stop by our enrollment fair and our job fair. I think I always value the opportunities to connect with families and students through tradition. Lunar New Year that is very important to me and my family and our community. And it's great to celebrate the new year. I think these moments help us build trust to inform our governance work and strengthen our connection with the community. As we continue through the Thet season, I'd like to wish everybody a happy new year. It's the year of the fire horse this year, which is I think rare. It's Năm Bính Ngọ. And chúc mừng năm mới is what I'd like to say. Thank you. Okay. That's all I have. Moving on to item 11, future business. Does anybody have any items they'd like to request? Okay, if not, moving on to item 12, future meeting dates. 12.01, our next board meeting on February 24th. That will be here at 6:30. On item 12.02, March 10th,
I just sent all of you a confirmation for the board retreat on Saturday, March 7th, so that'll be agendized appropriately.
Thank you. Thank you for everybody for confirming our date. Okay, so we have our board retreat on March 7th, and then our March 10th board meeting will start out with a community meeting at Franklin School at 6 o'clock, 6 to 7 p.m. And then we'll continue our board meeting here at the district at 7:30. And then our board meeting after that will be a regular board meeting starting at 6:30. Okay.
Can I ask a quick question? Superintendent, what were the times for that board retreat on March 7th, but the times? Okay, thank you.
Okay. Sounds good. We will not be going back to closed session. So we'll move on to item 14, adjournment. I'd like to adjourn in memory of Hayden LaPena, a 2nd grade student at Stonegate Elementary. We have a motion.
Move to adjourn in memory of the student.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Like to adjourn the meeting.